Hello brothers. My English is some bad, please do a little cooperate brothers. Today I'm talking about Demon Slayer Season 3 Episode 4. If you haven't watched previous episodes, then video link will be in description. Let's start brothers. Season 3 Episode 4, whose name is Thank You Tokito. So far we have seen that Hantenbu and the Gyoko attacked Swordsmith village, in which we came to know that the powers of Hantenbu are something like this. If his head is cut, it becomes a new demon and they are more stronger than before. But we are not told anything about the power of Gyoko. After that we see Muchiro, who was coming backward running. But then he sees on his way that a fish demon is trying to eat Kotetsu. Initially he thinks that he should not be saved Kotetsu. But then he remembers about Tanjiro words. And thinking of this, Muchiro goes to help Kotetsu and gets ready to fight with the demon. And in one stroke Muchiro beheads the demon. But he sees that the demon has regenerated his head. Then after thinking for a while, Muchiro noticed a pot on the demon, which he immediately cuts so that the demon flies away becoming dust. So that Muchiro comes to know that this demon is actually controlled by someone, blood demon art. And we all know that this is the work of Gyoko. We then see Kotetsu thanking the Muchiro by hugging them for saving her life, and then apologizes to her to abuse him before, but Muchiro knew nothing about it. Then Muchiro starts going towards Tanjiro, but Kotetsu requests him to go with him and help Kanamori and Haganezuka, as they were also attacked by demons and Haganezuka is busy in sharpening an old sword. At first Muchiro starts to go, but then he remembers the words of the Master Kaguya, that he will surely find himself. Then we are shown a flashback of the Muchiro, in which when he was injured by demon attack and Master came to visit him with his wife. And Master says, you just focus on getting well. Your lost memories will definitely come back to you. He advised him to do small things as it can trigger his memories, so that the fog in his mind will be cleared. Now remembering Master Kaguya's words, Muchiro gets ready to help them. Muchiro then lifts Kotetsu on his shoulder and runs towards Haganezuka's house, and thinks that he is doing right or he is doing wrong, as he won't be able to protect the village. He tells himself that I will definitely do it as missed Hashira Muchiro Tokito. On the other hand, we see that another demon has emerged from the demon's claw that had caught Tanjiro's leg, and is about to attack Tanjiro with a sonic attack. But before he can attack, Tanjiro chops off his head with his sword. Tanjiro is surprised to see this, that now there are two more clones of demon were formed, and both of those clones attacked together on Tanjiro with sonic attack. But the sonic attack was not that powerful, and nothing happens to Tanjiro. And Tanjiro understands everything, that only 4 clones of that demon are powerful. Despite the 4 clones, if a clone is made later, it will not be as powerful. Tanjiro remembers that he had seen different emotions written on the demon's tongue, such anger on Sekido's tongue, Eizesu's sorrow, Karaku's pleasure and Yurogi's joy. After that Tanjiro cuts both those little demons' head, and that they become dust. The winch demon then attacks Tanjiro and Tanjiro dodges that attack, and the winch demon keeps attacking Tanjiro again and again. And demon says that my claws are so sharp that it can cut even a diamond. And then he attacks on Tanjiro, which injured Tanjiro, and leaves claw marks on Tanjiro's body. And when the next time the demon attacks Tanjiro, Tanjiro cuts his head with a sword from middle, but demon regenerate back. But due to this the speed of demon was reduced a bit. Only after this demon tried to attack Tanjiro with a sonic attack. But before that Tanjiro cuts demon's head again, to which demon falls down on ground. Then Tanjiro tries to do an attack on him, but before that demon regenerate again and starts flying. Now Tanjiro tells Genya and Nezuko to stay alive, as he cannot come near them to help them. On the other side we see that the Karaku was holding both of Nezuko's hands, and spear was inserted in the chest of the Genya, but he was still alive. On which Sekido said that this boy should be cut into pieces quickly. But Karaku was enjoying on teasing Nezuko, on which Eizesu said that I will kill Nezuko. Before he can get his spear out of Genya's chest, Genya opens his shogun and blasts Eizesu's head. After this, Azesu takes out his spear out from Genya's chest, which hurts Genya a lot. And Azesu says with healing his head, now he must have died. But even after shedding so much blood, Genya does not die, and he immediately starts reciting the Amida Sutra, which is related to Lord Buddha, to which Sekido says that he is still alive. Cut his head into pieces. After that, Azesu attacks Genya again. But before that, Genya disappears from there and comes behind Azesu and takes out his sword and says that he will keep chopping off his head until Azesu dies. But only then Sekido attacks Genya with his stick, causing Genya to get electric shock and stuck in the air. But then Genya blows off one hand of Sekido with his shotgun, on which Sekido thinks that Genya is so injured, but still why is he not dead yet? But then Azesu attacks with his spear and throws Genya into a room. And on the other hand, Karaku is ready to kill Nezuko. Karaku inserts his leg into Nezuko's stomach, which crosses Nezuko's stomach. And then Karaku says to Sekido that now he drop electric shocks on Nezuko, so that Nezuko dies in agony. Karaku then tries to uproot Nezuko's hand. But then Nezuko breaks Karaku's jaw with a spectacular kick, on which Karaku heals his jaw. But only then Nezuko burns him with her blood demon art by spilling her blood on him, and uproots his hand. And Karaku's severed hand comes to Nezuko, in which his hand fan means Uchiwa is there. And Nezuko blows air on Karaku with hand fan. She throws him far away in the forest. Nezuko tries to flew away Sekido as well. But Sekido thrusts his stick into Nezuko's neck and giving electric shock to Nezuko. And on the other side, Tanjiro was still fighting the Winch demon. But now they had come very close to the village while fighting. Tanjiro knew that it would be very difficult to beat him here. But he knew he had to do it, there is no second option. And he then prays that Nezuko and Genya will be fine. Here Azesu goes to Genya's corpse to see Genya. But he is surprised to see that Genya is still not dead yet, and Genya was still reciting the Amida Sutra. On which Azesu asks Genya, what are you? Genya tells him that I am your death, whose name is Shinazugawa Genya. And Genya gets up. On the other hand, Tanjiro was still fighting with demon. Tanjiro thinks of using the demon to go to Nezuko and Genya. But only then the demon attacks Tanjiro, and Tanjiro dodges that attack and inserts the sword into the demon's claws and then into demon's mouth. Then they starts flying in the air and starts going towards the village. And after some time they fall in the same house where Genya and Nezuko are there. There Tanjiro sees that Sekido was giving electric shock to Nezuko. Sekido gets very angry seeing that his demons are getting beaten up. And Tanjiro then goes to attack Sekido. But then Sekido takes out his stick and attacks on Tanjiro. But Tanjiro puts the chopped claw of demon in front of that stick, because it was part of his own body. And Sekido cannot give current to it. And Tanjiro already guessed it. That's why he had already cut the claw of the demon. And after that Tanjiro cuts Sekido's tongue in the middle. Because Tanjiro knows that after cutting the tongue, the speed of the demon slows down, and after that, he removes that stick from his Nezuko's neck with the help of that claw. But since then Sekido attacks Tanjiro back with that stick, but Nezuko stopped that. And Nezuko uses her blood demon art to set fire to Sekido, so that Sekido starts to feel pain. Then we see that Karaku has come back, who was blown away by Nezuko with fan. Karaku, as soon as he arrives, he attacks Nezuko and Tanjiro with fan. And the attack is so powerful that Nezuko and Tanjiro fall down from the ceiling and stick to the ground. They both become unconscious. After that, all three demons come together and get ready for their final attack on them. On the other side, we see in the village that thousands of fish demons have attacked the village. And they are breaking houses and killing people. But some swordsmiths are trying to stop them. On the other hand, we see Mitsuri, who is coming back towards the village, on which her Kashugai crow is helping her. The crow tells him that the village is under attack and she must reach quickly. Mitsuri runs very fast. Mitsuri thinks she was posted near the village. That's why she will reach village soon and help everyone with all her might. And now who will save village from these demons? Stay connected with me to know this. And this is where the episode ends. I apologize to you for my bad English. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.